my first impression of the IB program is that it's very similar in challenge level to, let's say, APUS, but I feel that it's a little bit even more challenging in a way because it interconnects all courses together rather than just one course, and it's a whole year experience. And it's definitely very difficult, but overall I'm very satisfied with the experience so far.
So one of my favorite things about the IB diploma is how in the English class the amount of information you can find about the author and about the time period, because it can really help you understand where the author's coming from and why he develops those ideas instead of just investigating the ideas himself. And then I also think it's really interesting that someone in like Wales is studying the same thing I am. Like, I think that's cool.
Writing the extended essay was really rewarding for me because I was able to follow the path that my investigation led me, so I could just follow the research. At first I thought it was going to be a lot of work, and I thought it was going to be really frustrating to keep scrapping what I had, starting over, making sure I had the best information, because it does take a lot of work and it's a pretty intense process if you're not prepared for it. But I thought that for me, I was able to pick a topic that I loved, and I was able to have a mentor, to choose a mentor who knew my style of research and writing, and who could guide me appropriately. So for me, with this topic and a great mentor, it didn't even feel like work at all.
So when I wrote my extended essay, I started with an issue I'd been interested in since about the 10th grade. And so by the time I actually sat down to write it last summer, it was something that I was interested in and something I felt passionate about. And so rather than being a chore, it was, while still difficult, something that I found very rewarding. And so I think that for students interested in the IB or doing the extended essay, the key is to find something you actually care about instead of a question that you just come up with because you have to. And that makes it something you like doing and something you're proud of rather than something you got done over the summer.
I would say the IBI program, at first glance, it was definitely more intensive and invasive than I thought it was going to be. And I was like, why are people telling me that I have to do art in a certain way? But through researching other cultures and other artists, I found that I've opened myself up to different types of art and different ways of looking at art I never would have thought of before.
So the IB grade, the exam that you take at the end of the year, unlike AP, where if you don't get a 5 or a 4, you're not getting college credit, the IB, your IB grade that counts for your credit and that counts for your score towards the total diploma, comes not just from how you do that one day in the exam, it comes from tons of different assessments throughout the year.
I did the full IB program because I thought of this as probably the biggest challenge I could face myself at NA. And I think that 10 years from now when I come back, this is going to be the one thing that I'll be proudest of. If I can get through all of these really hard classes with good grades still, and still manage to balance all my extracurriculars and everything. So for me, it was just a personal challenge because I hadn't anticipated it my freshman and sophomore year. But now that I'm in it, it's definitely not as bad as people made it out to be. It still requires a lot of hard work and a lot of focus, but I think that it's well worth it, and it's worth the amount of pride you get knowing that you can do it.